Hi friends, welcome back. So question for you, has Elon Musk and Tesla canceled the Model 2? That's the low cost one. We got this crazy story coming out of Reuters, and Elon Musk is already calling it lies. So let's see if we can try to figure this stuff out. Headline here, exclusive. Tesla scraps low cost car plans amid fierce Chinese EV competition. Now, coming from Mr. Musk, Mr. Musk is saying Reuters is lying, and in parentheses, again. And the pumpers are jumping on board saying market manipulation. They're also calling, short and distort, or more bragging about manipulating the stock price, or, those anonymous sources, they're, bad, that kind of stuff. Or, Elon says Reuters is lying. So then the pumpers say, well, Elon must be telling the truth. And then they're all saying, hey, SEC, can you investigate this stuff, stock manipulation, etc. So that's what the pumpers and Elon is saying. Elon is calling this lies. And again, the headline is exclusive, Tesla scraps low-cost car plans amid fierce Chinese EV competition. Now, I actually want to read through this stuff and see if we can get to the bottom of what is going on and who is telling the truth and who is lying. I'm always laughing at this stuff because this also gets to the heart of how you understand information in the world and journalism. So, April 5th from Reuters, Tesla has canceled the long-promised inexpensive car that investors have been counting on to drive its growth into mass market automaker, right? According to three sources familiar with the matter and company messages seen by Reuters. So immediately, I can see that it's more than one source, right? So we got three sources, and you also got a bunch of company messages. Why would you not give names of people? Because you're dealing with sensitive topics and sensitive information, right? I'll just give you a simple example. Let's say you have company A, and company A is doing something that poisons consumers or hurts consumers in some way. There's an employee that wants to essentially blow the whistle on company A. They release communications, etc. And then the press will report it. And the reason why you don't necessarily put someone's name on said communications and make it public is people's lives can be in danger. That's a very real thing. You can be harassed, any number of things, right? Already the pumpers are jumping on saying fraud and manipulation, this kind of stuff. But I'm just telling you why you keep stuff anonymous, and also too why I want to read through all this stuff together. So again. Tesla has canceled this is again from Reuters. Tesla has canceled the long-promised inexpensive car that investors have been counting on to drive its growth into a mass market automaker, according to three sources familiar with the matter and company messages seen by Reuters. So what else does it say here? The automaker will continue developing self-driving robo-taxis on the small vehicle platform, the sources says. So that's actually kind of interesting. So here it says the inexpensive car has been counting on it, has been canceled, right? You can see that here. But then now we're talking about the small vehicle platform is going to be more like robo-taxis. It's interesting. So let's keep going on here. The decision represents an abandonment of a long-standing goal that Tesla chief Elon Musk has characterized as its primary mission, affordable electric cars for the masses, okay? His first, quote, master plan for the company in 2006, a long time ago, called for manufacturing a luxury models first, then using the profits to finance, quote, low-cost family car, right? So they're taking the words that Elon has said in the past and seeing what's going on here. Tesla shares were down 3% in early afternoon trading after the Reuters report. Now, this is actually kind of interesting because you can take a look at the stock price here. So this is just today here. It was at 170. Report comes out. Stock drops down about 5.75%, right? Has recovered a bit, right? This is probably right at the same time here was probably the when Elon Musk tweeted that it's lies. And then now currently from the top at least, we are, of today, we're down about 2.54%. Year to date, what are we? We're down like 33%, something like that. And then I think from the all-time highs, we're probably down 50-some%. We're down 59% so far. What else is going on here? It says Musk has repeatedly promised such a vehicle to investors and consumers. As recently as January, Musk told investors that Tesla planned to start production of the affordable model at its Texas factory in the second half of 2025. Okay, following an exclusive Reuters report detailing those plans. So where are we? We're in early 2024, so like a year or so for now that Elon Musk was saying. Tesla's cheapest current model, the Model 3 sedan, retails for about $39,000 in the United States. The now defunct entry-level vehicle, sometimes described as the Model 2, was expected to start at about $25,000. So if they do ever make this thing, it would be a lot less, according to this, right? So $14,000. But again, this is just all speculation. Essentially, what the price would end up being, you never know for sure. Tesla did not respond to requests for comment, so this is kind of standard. Reuters reached out to Tesla and said, "Hey, do you have anything to say?" Did not respond to requests for comment. After the story was republished, Musk posted on his social media X site that Reuters is lying. He did not identify any specific inaccuracies. So this is also key, guys. So Elon Musk can say, Reuters is lying, but what are they lying about? There's no details on that. And that's why it's kind of crazy when the pumpers start calling for manipulation, stuff like that, which we don't even know what Elon Musk is saying to lie. You be judge of that. I'm just laughing because it's just funny. But let's keep going here and see what more details. The stark reversal as Tesla faces fierce competition globally from the Chinese electric car maker, flooding the market with cars priced as low as $10,000, right? So even if Tesla were to come up with this $25,000 thing, I mean, you're still competing with, like $10,000 cars in China. So you got to come in a lot lower than the 25 if you want to compete to this, because you're still more than double their price. The plan for driverless taxis, robotaxis that is, which could take longer to deliver, presents a stiffer engineering challenge and more regulatory risk. This has always been a problem. Even if your robotaxi technology does work, you still got to get government approval on this stuff, right? Two sources said they learned of Tesla's decision to scrap the Model 2 in a meeting attended by scores of employees. So basically, two people are leaking out. I guess there was a meeting and lots of people came, right? So it's been more than two people have seen this thing or heard these words, I guess you should say, with one of them saying the gathering happened in late February. So we're giving dates as well. So this is pretty recently. We're in April, so like a month or so ago. Quote, Elon's directive is to go all in on robotaxi. Okay, so you can see kind of insides of what one person saying that they want to go on that, but that's not shocking. The third source confirmed the cancellation. Okay, so another person saying it, and said new plans call for robotaxis to be produced, but in much lower volumes than had been projected for the Model 2. Okay, so the way I read this, it looks like we're just shifting resources from the Model 2 being, this $25,000 car and going all in on robotaxis. And it could be just more like, hey, we're going to try to sell you a small robotaxi or something like that. Who knows? Several company messages reviewed by Reuters. This is where they're saying, this is more than one message, right? Several company messages reviewed by Reuters about the decision included one on March 1st. This is like really detailed, from an unnamed program manager. Okay, so this is someone, again, probably wanted to keep their names silent for obvious reasons. People get upset, these kind of things. You can be threatened. So again, this is several company messages reviewed by Reuters about the decision, including one from March 1st from an unnamed company program manager for the affordable car, discussing the project's demise, okay, with engineering staff and advising them to hold off on telling suppliers about program cancellation. So this is why it's really sensitive, is like they're discussing, whether or not they should cancel this thing, and then don't tell anyone quite yet, right? And again, because it hurts the stock price, of course. So because yes, it does matter in these kind of things. So they're talking about this thing, but don't tell anyone quite yet. So this could also be what's going on as well, is that this stuff could be up in the air as well. To be fair to Tesla, that's certainly a possibility. Because the other thing that can happen as well is that the story comes out and then Elon Musk sends out an email and says, "Oh, it's all lies," and continue the program, right? So this it's all up in the air, right? Internally, and you can change your mind any moment. That's Elon Musk. Another one, a fourth person, so more people, a fourth person with knowledge of Tesla's plans expressed optimism about the decision to pivot away from the cheap car strategy in favor of robotaxi. So again, this is a pivot. Sorry, they call it here. A segment Musk has envisioned as possibility of mobility. The source cautioned that Tesla product plans could change again based on economic conditions, right? So again, this stuff is all up in the air. Squeezing profits from entry-level vehicles is a challenge for any automaker, but Tesla's delay in pursuing the car Musk once called his dream made it much tougher because it now faces more competition in that price range. Also, too, guys, I want to share something with you that's also been tough with Tesla is there was a one thing recently where this guy bought a Cybertruck and it broke after 1 mile. This is just 5 days ago. I want to play this for you just to understand, like, you know, Elon Musk promises that things are going to be awesome, but it doesn't always necessarily be the case. Check this out. So this guy has his car and suddenly it just like starts breaking.
Oh, we already broke it.
It's like beeping at him. He's like, oh my God, we already broke the car. He later makes a video about, you know, Elon, fix your car. I'll show you guys.
Shitty pilot and an even worse aircraft mechanic. Love y'all. Peace.
All right, there you have it. Cyber Brick is officially bricked. Tow truck's here to take this fucking thing away. Thank you so much, Elon. Let's get this thing fixed and back on the road, please, because this is super, super annoying.
So the reason why I mentioned this stuff is like, even if, you know, said plans go forward with autopilot or whatever, don't necessarily expect it to work. This is what this guy had experienced, and you can find this video if you want. But yeah, it basically just beeps all the way, and this is driving it right off the lot that the car, the Cybertruck doesn't work. Moreover, here, let's see here, it says, while Tesla spent 3 years developing its highly experimental Cybertruck, a pricey electric truck, Chinese automakers have raced ahead on affordable EVs, grabbing market share and gaining economies of scale, and offering consumers bargain prices that Western automakers are struggling to match. This is and the reason I'm showing the Cybertruck thing, I think of, you know, if you're going to go all in on the $25,000 car thing, that the Cybertruck was a waste of time and money. It's just not going to sell enough to, you know, really move the needle in terms of Tesla profits. Now, the pumpers will tell you they're going to be selling, you know, millions, billions of these things. Who knows? I'm not seeing it. I think that the truck is too expensive and not practical. Yes, the $25,000 car could sell a whole bunch of car vehicles perhaps, but the margins are going to be much, much lower than, say, luxury vehicles that they are putting out. Or higher price, I should say, not necessarily luxury. Let's keep going through this. It says here, as Chinese EVs surged to challenge Tesla's dominance, Musk was tending to a sprawling empire, which includes rocket maker SpaceX, brain chip developer Neuralink, and social media giant X, which Musk acquired in 2022. Formerly called Twitter, the platform was founded under Musk's volatile management, shedding most of its value as the company has lost revenue and advertisers. So I was talking about Twitter losing money. Plans for the affordable Tesla have been seen as the key to delivering on Musk's stratospheric ambitions for sales growth. Musk said in 2020 that Tesla aspired by 2030 to sell 20 million vehicles, so they're a long ways from that, of course. Twice as many as the world's largest automaker Toyota sells today. With the death of the Model 2, it's unclear how he'll get there. And, you know, this is something that's so crazy is, you know, that Elon Musk promises these really big things and the pumpers all, you know, pump that stuff out. But this idea that they're going to be, you know, twice the size of Toyota is pretty ludicrous, honestly. I get it. The pumpers will tell you that, you know, this is why the stock price is going to be $1 bazillion and you're all going to be rich. But I'm not seeing it. Plus, Musk is 52. We always mention his age because he can't do this stuff forever, guys. This is Musk right here. So, you know, whenever you see Musk tweeting out stuff, just imagine this is the guy tweeting out the stuff, right? And is this the guy that is always telling the truth? This is who he is, right? He's out drinking and partying all the time, and you just don't know what he's doing when he's tweeting this said stuff out. Yeah, this is him. This is more. We'll take a look at this. Expectations of the $20,000 vehicle have underpinned Wall Street analysts' more modest, but still ambitious forecast for Tesla sales. Those forecasts, according to Tesla investor relations document, call for vehicle sales rising to 4.2 million by 2028 from 1.8 million last year. So again, this is the kind of stark difference here. You know, Musk is saying, hey, we're going to do 20 million vehicles by 2030. And now we're like, Wall Street's like, well, maybe you can do 4.2 by 2028, right? I mean, who knows where it's going to be. But, you know, when you see these kind of numbers, just when the truth comes out, like when you can actually see how much they make. And this is sort of why the stock has been going down lately, is that deliveries have been down from last year. I think it was down like 8.5%, right? So, you know, they're promising this crazy growth, but yet, you know, it's going, the growth is actually slowing, or actually opposite, reversing. Moreover, let's take a look at this. Musk has wavered on the project before, it's talking about the Model 2, I believe, Musk has wavered on the project before in a biography of the entrepreneur released last year, and I actually read this, but there's a lot of BS in this book, and you can find my video if you want to find it. Just search my channel for Elon Musk and book. You'll find it. And there's a lot of stuff that are very inconsistent about Elon Musk. And actually, going over that, take a look at this. This is actually Elon Musk's brother talking about being illegal immigrants. And this is why I understand. This is sort of why I'm showing you a picture of Elon. Just understand whenever he tweets out stuff like who this person is, and this is Elon Musk's brother here, and just listen to yourself. Talk about illegal immigration.
See these numbers every day, but for us to hear, we'll give you $3 million.
Yeah, it sounded extremely, we thought they were crazy. Like, why would they do that?
It was literally like, these people are insane.
They obviously do not realize we're sleeping in the office.
In fact, when they did fund us, they realized that we were illegal immigrants.
Well, I mean,
yes, we were.
I'd say it's a gray area.
Yeah, yes, we were. We were illegal immigrants. We were sleeping in the office. We didn't have a car. We had one car, but the wheel kept falling off.
But, well, actually, yeah, the wheel.
So you can make the determination on that. Elon Musk is a gray area, brothers like we're illegal immigrants, etc. But this is the kind of world that Elon Musk inhabits, right? It's like what to believe about this guy. Musk has wavered on the project before. In a biography of the entrepreneur released last year, author Walter Isaacson reported that Musk in 2022 put a hold on the entry-level EV plans, reasoning that Tesla Robotaxi would make the car irrelevant. Musk's advisors urged him to stay the course, the book said. The other thing, too, I want to mention, which is kind of funny about this Elon Musk stuff, is, get this, even Elon Musk's mom is getting involved with this stuff. So, I mean, mom would never lie about her son. For real. This Elon Musk's mom was saying, Teslas are the safest cars. It's so funny. It's like we're at the point where, like, we have to get someone's mom to come and defend the kid. What? True story. Okay, what else we got here? All further activities. So, again, coming from Reuters, Tesla called the Affordable Car Project the NV91 internally and H422 externally. Interesting. When discussing with suppliers, according to two of the sources and company messages reviewed by Reuters. So, again, there's a lot of details here. A message from unnamed Tesla program managers to staffers. So I guess a manager sent a message to other employees. To staffers, reference those code names in discussing the project's termination. One of the messages sent March 1st said that, quote, suppliers should halt all further activities related to 422 and slash NV91. This. You guys can see right here. So it's kind of like, even if it's not necessarily canceled, like this definitely is a slowing when you're saying, hey, suppliers should halt all further activities, right? So, don't send us any more stuff. The sources said they did not know all the reasons behind the decision to kill the project. This is sort of the message right here. I think this is what this whole thing is referring to. But let's keep going. There's more. You can see that there's more than one thing. In another March 1st message, the manager thanked engineering staffers for their efforts and urged them to document what they had learned. Quote, I'd like to thank everyone for all the hard work and dedication to pushing boundaries and executing the best design possible given the aggressive constraints we had to work within. Quote, we would not want all our hard work to go to waste, so it's important that we tie things off and documents things properly. Interesting. So there's a couple things going on here. They're talking about, halting stuff with suppliers and saying, thank you for your hard work, etc. Document what you learned. The messages showed meetings on affordable car projects being canceled. Okay. So, so they actually looked at quite a bit. There's more than one thing going on here. So they're canceling meetings, canceling with suppliers. The two sources said some engineers have been reassigned and even moving resources around, right? Elon Musk is saying Reuters is lying, but there's so much detail in here, like lying about what? That's where you want to know, Musk, what are you talking about? Tesla's timeline and business model for robotaxis remain unclear. Musk has publicly predicted a future of mobility which driverless taxis could eventually become a more common mode of transport than human-driven cars. He has said Tesla, the world's most valuable automaker, would be worth basically zero without achieving self-driving capability. So they haven't got it yet, and even Elon Musk is saying it could be worth zero, the stock that is. Currently, self-driving cars have only been approved by U.S. and Chinese regulators for tightly limited experimental use on public roads, right? So It's not free reign of these things quite yet. Tesla has yet to prove it can produce an autonomous car despite years of predictions by Musk. That was one just around the corner, an expectation that partly underpinned Tesla's soaring valuation. I'm checking if there's anything else here that's worth mentioning. I mean, we went through all this stuff. I mean, it looks like to me that Reuters reviewed a lot of messages. They have people that are saying, there were meetings, or people were at said meetings, people have read said messages. I mean, I'll let you guys be the judge on this stuff. I'll just say, from what I can tell here, it looks like Tesla has changed their plans, canceled some things, etc. Can they change their mind? Yes. Could Reuters be, lying about something or mistaken about something? I wouldn't necessarily call it lies, but there could be, something that maybe, that could be disputed. Like, for example, I'll just say, for example, let's say the project is not called NV91, it's called NV90 or whatever, for example. But, that kind of detail wouldn't really change much. You also could have things going on for multiple dates, and Elon Musk changes his mind multiple times, right? There's any number of things going on with this. So that's why I'm showing you other guys' stuff where, like, the Cybertruck doesn't work, at least for this one particular customer, he's upset. Or where, even Elon Musk and his brother have
these numbers every
disagreements
day,
about how to perceive reality. And I mentioned to you, I read Elon's book. There's actually conflicting messages in Elon's book as well, which I mentioned in my review of it. So that's why it's hard to take anything that Elon Musk says seriously. Here's another example. This is coming directly from Elon Musk on Twitter. He says here on April 3rd, while I don't own any Disney shares today, I would definitely buy their shares if Nelson were elected to the board. His track record is excellent. The reason why I mentioned this thing is that, this is not a normal thing where, someone like Elon Musk, just basically a CEO of a company, says, hey, I'll buy shares of another company if, certain things happen. Just generally speaking, keep your mouth shut on this kind of stuff. Because if you want to talk about stock price manipulation, you could say, hey, look at, Elon Musk is going to buy Disney and the shares will go up, etc. I'm just saying, for example. That's why when you're CEO of a company, just be very, really careful what you say. However, for Mr. Musk, he just tweets out all the stuff all the time, whatever's on his mind, etc. Who knows what this guy's doing any number of times. And this is sort of why I show you this picture, because this is who is sending out said messages. So let me know what you think. Who's telling the truth here? Is it Reuters? Is it Elon Musk? And has Model 2 been canceled? Thanks for watching, everyone. And I'll catch you next video.